Imagine this, brother. You are still just a kid, but the entire world is talking about you. People are already calling you the next great superstar. That's how Lamine Yamal's story began. Look, most people at his age worry about school. But Yamal was playing in front of millions, and honestly, even most adults could never handle that pressure. And I think people don't understand this. Reaching the top at such a young age looks beautiful, but it also creates pressure that slowly eats your mind. Because now, people no longer expect you to just play well. They expect miracles every single match. That's where the biggest battle of young stars begins. But Yamal was not afraid. When he stepped onto the field, people talked about his courage, not his age. And honestly, that's what impressed everyone. And maybe the scariest part is this. This is only the beginning, because some people become stars and some change football history forever. Look, most people say pressure makes a person stronger. But the truth is, pressure reveals who you really are inside. And inside Yamal, there was more confidence than fear. Imagine this, brother. You are still just a kid, but the world's greatest defenders are playing against you. And you still don't back down. That's the level people call special. And honestly, I think the most dangerous thing about Yamal is not his talent, it's his fearlessness. Some players are afraid to make mistakes. Yamal is not afraid to try. But here's the dark side. When the world puts you on top this early, it also waits to watch you fall just as fast. That's where the real battle of young stars begins. Because now, people don't just expect good matches from you, they expect miracles every game. And that pressure can slowly exhaust the mind. But so far, Yamal's message has been clear. I didn't come here to be afraid, I came here to make history. And I think people are starting to feel that. You know, football history has seen many young stars rise, but most of them disappeared under pressure, and that is exactly what people fear for Yamal. Because reaching the top is hard, but staying there can destroy a person's mind. And now Yamal is no longer just playing football, he is fighting expectations. Look, when people watch him, they see talent, but I see something else. I see a kid who takes risks without fear on the field, and that is very rare. But here's the dangerous part. The faster the world lifts you up, the more impatient it becomes to watch you fall. Football can be cruel sometimes, brother. And I think Yamal's biggest battle will not be against opponents, but against his own mind. Because true championship is staying calm inside pressure. But what we've seen so far is frighteningly good. Because Yamal plays like he's not stepping onto the field, but stepping into his destiny. And let me tell you something. I think what people see in Yamal is not just talent, it's freedom, because he plays with instinct, not fear. Look, most young players are afraid of making mistakes. They pass the ball back. They avoid risks, but Yamal attempts things that seem impossible sometimes. That's what separates stars from everyone else. But let's be honest, brother. Football can consume young stars very quickly. While people lift you to the sky, they also wait for your fall. And I think what will decide Yamal's destiny is not his talent. It will be his mind, because staying calm under pressure is what creates real legends. Right now, people are only watching his beginning, but sometimes you can look at a player and feel the future, and Yamal gives that feeling. And maybe the scariest thing is this: Yamal isn't even at the beginning of his full story yet. And maybe years from now, people will remember these days, because some footballers win matches while others begin a whole new era. Yamal looks like the second type. Look, brother, talent can take a person to the top, but the thing that keeps them there is the mind. And so far, Yamal's mind has shown more courage than fear, because people only talk about his age. But honestly, the scary thing is not his age. It's how calm he stays despite being this young. And honestly, I think people are not just watching football when they watch Yamal. They might be watching the birth of a legend. But the real battle is about to begin now. Because reaching the top is one thing, carrying the world on your shoulders for years is another. That's where true championship begins. And at the end of the day, only one question will remain. Will Yamal become just a great star, or one of the men who change football history forever? I guess we're all about to find out together.